Alright, so here's our conversion problem. We're given that 1 mile, this conversion factor, 1 mile is equal to 1.6 kilometers. And the problem now is to go from miles per hour to meters per second. So we start with 45 miles per hour, and we want to convert that to meters per second. Alright, so the way that we do this, the usual way, is to multiply this this particular value by as many fractions as we need to get it into the proper units. And so how do we develop these fractions? Alright, so the first fraction, there's our parentheses, and the first fraction will deal with the units of distance first. So we're starting with miles. We'll go with our given value, that the given conversion, that 1 mile is equivalent to 1.6 kilometers. Alright, and from that you can notice the reason that I put miles in the denominator and kilometers in the numerator is that now we can cancel miles. So you let whatever quantity that you have, you let the units dictate whether you have the miles in the numerator or the denominator. So in this case we're going to cancel the miles, so they cancel just like numbers cancel. And we're going to work on the next fraction. So in the next fraction we have, notice we have kilometers right here in the numerator, and so we're going to convert kilometers to meters. So I know that in 1 kilometer, there are 1,000. Another way to write that, of course, is 10 to the third meters. So again, the units cancel, and so now if we were to take 45 and multiply it by 1.6 and multiplying by 1,000, we'd be in meters per hour. But we don't want meters per hour, we want meters per second. So let's work on the units of time. So we have hours in the denominator here, so here we go. Let's and this conversion, of course, is very, very simple. We know that in 1 hour there are, of course, 60 minutes. Notice we use MIN for minutes. Always reserve lowercase m for minutes. Okay, so the hours cancel. That hour cancels this hour. And the next fraction we have is the last one, as a matter of fact. We have minutes down here in the denominator, so I'm going to put 1 minute in the numerator. 1 minute is, of course, 60 seconds. And now the minutes cancel, and we're ready to go. So now it's just a matter of getting out your calculator, multiplying 45 times 1.6 times 1,000 and dividing that quantity by 60 and then dividing it by 60 again. Or another way to say that, of course, is to divide it by 60 squared. So I'm going to do that with my calculator right now. And the value that I get is 20. And the only units that are left are meters per second. So 20 meters per second. What I mean by the only units that are left, of course, are the ones that haven't canceled. So we've just converted 45 miles per hour to meters, to, of course, 20 meters per second.